Todos somos criaturas de Dios. Pero al momento de decirle sí al amor de Dios en Cristo Jesús, nos convertimos en hijos de Dios. Tal como ellos lo están haciendo hoy, al decir sí, se convierten de novio y novia a esposo y esposa. Eso es, antes de esto, no tenían los derechos y la responsabilidad de esposo y de esposa. Pero de ahora en adelante, sí lo tienen. Eso es un cambio y una transformación tremenda. Y es lo que pasa cuando confiamos en Jesús como Salvador. Well, you understood all that, Chelsea, right? Very good. Okay, so what was the first word? Practice the presence of God. Very good. You thought you got out of college, huh? Well, wait a minute. You're still doing it. Second principle, obey the precepts of God. So what's the second word? Precepts. Another word. Dear woman, why do you involve me? Said Jesus. My time has not yet come. And his mother said to the servants, do whatever he tells you. Now, I'm wondering if those servants perhaps doubted a little bit as to what Jesus was asking when he told them to fill those 6 jars with wine, with water. You see, those jars full of water were meant for the purification ceremony. That had already been passed. They were empty. And they might wonder, why are we doing this? We're just doing the job all over again. But nevertheless, they obeyed what Jesus asked them to do. Now, if they hadn't filled those jars full of water, Jesus would not have had water in order to turn into wine, humanly speaking. So in order to fulfill God's purpose for you in marriage, you need to obey his word. Now, you both know his word. You've studied it. Your parents have taught you. When you have doubts, ask the Lord. When you don't know what to do, ask for his grace and for his power so that you can obey God's word. So what's the second word? Precepts. You're doing pretty good. First one? Presence. Practice the presence of God. Very good. Here's the third one. Depend upon the power of God. We're told that Jesus turned the water into wine. And it was such an excellent quality that the master of ceremony congratulated the groom. For the practice back then, probably a practical purpose, they served the good wine first. And after they had a little bit of wine, they served the inferior wine second. But this wine was so superior that the master of ceremony celebrated. He didn't know what was happening. He did not know that a miracle had occurred. This was a secret between the servants, Mary, and Jesus. So what Jesus did is he turned ordinary water into extraordinary wine. What can he do with his power in your life? He can turn your marriage into an extraordinary marriage. He can turn your lives into extraordinary lives. He can cover your deficiencies and your weaknesses of character with his love and with grace in such a way that you make an excellent marriage. We'll be proud of you. You'll be a testimony to his grace. So what's the third word? Power. Okay, and here's the fourth one. In order to have a successful marriage, you need to strive to persevere. That is, never give up on each other.